guys, welcome back with our letter O. Today we're going to be working on a 1-point perspective drawing where we're going to be drawing one dot and our waterfall and our water will go to that point. So what we're going to do, our first step is to make what's called the horizon line. So our horizon line, you got a marker there, Chase, is a line that goes across the paper. We're going to go this way just for our space in our drawing. And it's going to be a line that goes across the paper. So it could be in the middle, it could be up a little bit higher, it could be down a little bit more, totally up to you. What's going to happen next is you're going to draw a dot. So your dot can be on this side or this side. I'm going to make my dot, I'll put it on this side. Okay, so that dot, I'm putting mine right here. That dot is going to be the 1-point perspective. So for our letter O, it's our one dot. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to draw our water, and this will be our water flow. So it could be wavy, or it could be straight, and you're going to come down to the bottom of the paper. So you're going to do that there, and then you're going to come down, try to match that line, and you're going to have it out a little bit, so it's a little bit wider on the bottom, and then it all goes back to that 1 point. So it could be a triangle. Let's see, hold yours up, boys. They've got sort of the triangles, and I got kind of a wavy. All right, so let's start the next step. The next step is going to be to draw the mountains on our horizon line. So this is our horizon line. This is our vanishing point. So we're going to make our mountains can come up and then go down like triangles. We're working with some great triangle shapes. And then make them all touch. Have them all connected to each other. So we'll let this one come up, and they could all be the same. They could be big, they could be small. They could even have a little wiggle in the line. Mountains come in all different shapes and sizes. So I'll put one more kind of going off there. All right, so I have 4 mountains in my background of my picture. What I want you to do next is I want you to take the top of the mountain. I want you to go to the top of the mountain, and I want you to draw a line that connects to the next mountain. So just like that, to make it look a little bit more three-dimensional. Give you a second to catch up. Nice, so we're gonna take the top of the mountain. I'm gonna let it go off to the paper. And if I'm going towards this side, I want all of my mountaintops to go to that side. So I'm gonna take this one and I'm gonna go to this mountain. So I want them to touch the next mountain. And this one's going off the paper, but we'll have it go there. All right, so I'll give you a second to catch up. We have a water stream, or you can make it a road. We have a vanishing point, which is the 1-point perspective that we're working with. This line right here separates the ground from the background is called your horizon line. All right, so what we could do next is down at the bottom, if you want your water to sort of show like it's flowing, we can put these little bumpy lines. So it's like a letter M, and I'm gonna have it go across. So it's maybe like as if the water is crashing at the bottom of the stream. You want to put it in the middle. Gavin's put one in the middle. I put one down here. And then I'm going to put rocks beside it. So over here, I'm just going to draw rocks going off the page. So we have some rocks. This will be our water. We're going to leave it white because it's like the waves crashing down on the rocks. And then if you want to add anything else to it, you can. And then we're going to get into some color. So I'll add a couple of rocks on the other side. So this is called your foreground. So if it's right in front of us, it's very close to us and it's big, it's in the foreground. If it's further away, it's in the background. Now, if it's in the middle of the picture, and if we were to have like a cactus or a house or something here, that would be called the middle ground. All right, so we got some rocks. Now, if you would like to, some things that we can do with the mountains before we do our show and tell If you'd like to add a little bit of snow on the mountains, you can drip just a line going across the mountain tops. So that's the top of the mountains. Just like that. So I've got 4 mountains showing with snow. Well, actually 3. And then on this section here, where it goes back to the next mountain, so just in that section, we're going to draw some lines. So they could be horizontal, or they could be vertical. So we'll do that there. Good. Good, looks good. And then we'll get ready to do our show and tell. Hopefully yours are looking great at home too. All right, and then you think about what type of day is it? Is it going to be nighttime? Is it going to be snowing in your sky? Is it going to be a bright sunny day? Is there going to be a sun? Totally up to you on the coloring. Oh, I like the waves he's got going on in his. All right, so let's get ready to hold it up. And if you have a camera, turn it on and share it with us, and then we'll get into a little bit of color. All right, 3, 2, 1, show. Nice. Look at those. Fantastic. All right, so let's get into a little bit of color. So what we can start with, I'm going to start with, let's see. What color are you going to start with, Chase? You're going to do the grass or the rocks or the
grass.
All right, so with the water, I just wanted to show you, if you have these waves here, they're called white caps. So you want to leave them white, but if you want to sort of highlight them with the blue, you can highlight them with the blue. But those are usually the waves. And I'm going to leave those white, and I just darkened them with the blue. So if you wish to add, I kind of like what you did with those lines flowing down there. I might add a couple of lines coming down in my water too. That looks cool. So Gavin added some lines in his water flow. Looked really cool. So I'm going to do that to mine too. So your water could be light blue, dark blue, markers, crayons. If you boys and girls have paints at home, you can paint. We're going to work with markers here. There's just really a few colors that you're going to need. As for coloring. There we go. So we've got some water flowing right there. Oh, I like that light blue that you have there. Now with the rocks, you can, if you have a gray, if you don't have a gray, but you have a pencil, you can use a pencil, or you can use a gray marker. I'm going to make 2 different shades, so I'm going to do sort of a dark. So we'll make some rocks dark gray, and then we'll do some other rocks black. And then I have a pencil here, so I'm going to do a little bit of shading with the pencil as well. So with the pencil, we give it a nice little light shade. And for those of you, I did ask you to bring your pencils, because if when we do our mountains, we'll do a little bit of shading. So with your pencil, instead of putting a color into them, you can use your pencil to do just a little bit of shading. So you can just add some pencil shading to it, and then you can use your finger. And I'm just shading 1/2 of the mountain.
Do you have a pencil?
Oh, here, you can use my pencil, Chase.
Oh, okay.
I'm about done. There you go. And you can use your finger to just sort of rub and just kind of gets you a nice little mountain. Looks a little realistic. All right. So let's see, I'm gonna get into some grass. I'll use the screen here. Nice, and Chase, you could just show, you could do half of it if you want.
Do I have to do this?
Leave the, that one would be the lines of the mountain like that.
Alright.
So if you want to add the lines of your mountain. Alright. And then we'll fill in our color. And then with our letter O, we focused today on 1 point perspective. So that's drawing in a way that looks sort of realistic. And if you ever go past a railroad track and you're driving, if you look down, if you're in the car, look down all the way as far as your eye will see. And what'll happen is you'll see the tracks kind of come to a point and it looks like a triangle. So that's what we started with here. You can also use 1 point perspective to create roads, cities. So here we worked with a horizon line. Vanishing point is that 1 point. And then horizon line is where the and in the sky meets. All right, so we're getting there. And then I'll finish. Oh, that looks good. Hold yours up, Gavin. Gavin's working on his water. He's got the dark blues and the light blues and some rocks. Looks really nice. And let's see. I'll make maybe I'll try a pink, orange, and maybe I'll do a purple sky. So when you're working on your sky, you can combine, if you're using markers, I like to kind of just go flat straight across the back. And it's a little hard not working with paints because with paints they blend. But if you get a couple markers that will look good next to each other, so you got purple and then you've got pink. So if you go down in order and then just sort of overlap those colors, you'll get a nice color kind of in between. So you could go with any color skyline you like. My pink's getting ready to run out, so I'll switch over to the orange. Overlap that purple. You know what, I might just use it until it runs out. And then I'll finish up here with the orange. So you'll have time today. If you didn't finish coloring by our last SharePoint here, you will have time to finish coloring while we play our song for the day and while we finish out our art class today. So we'll get ready to hold it up in just a second. Chase has our Pokemon pick of the day. We're working with the letter O today, and our Pokemon pick of the day. Chase, you want to go ahead and share that now?
Oh, yes.
Go ahead and share that now. So I'll finish this guy. Our letter O is for today, and Pokemon pick of the day is?
Full art or beetle. It has a health of 180 and deals 50 damage or 20.
Nice. All right, so let's get ready to do, even if you're not done, it's okay. Let's get ready to hold it up and see what we have so far as we put a little bit of color into it. So share it with us, boys and girls, on 3, 2, 1, share. Let's see. Let me come back here. Looking good, and they're all so different. Okay, nice skies, nice land, nice mountains. Okay, great work, and I'll see you next time.